Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. I trust you had a lovely weekend and are all ready for this beautiful, magical, inspiring week ahead. Here we are with our usual Monday check-in, our Inner Compass Forecast session. So if you've watched these before, you know that I first of all feel into or share or riff about the phases of the moon, and then we'll start pulling some cards. The phase of the moon that we're affected by this week is from the last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Aries, which is actually my sun sign. So I always feel very connected to anything of that nature. So when we have this last quarter phase of the moon, this is about the looking at the things that you're doing, that you're saying yes to, the projects, the connections, the doing. That's the Aries. Aries can tend to be quite impulsive and move forward and be very logical. The thing that's interesting about this energy, though, is that when this phase of the moon is in that sign, in the sign of Aries, the sun is in Cancer. And so this can create a wee bit of a tension for us, in that Cancer is all about feeling your emotions, about really tapping into that, my favorite question, how do I feel about myself here? So the thing about it is that perhaps there's a place or a phase or something for you to let go. There's a sense of emotional maturity with this last quarter phase of the moon, and knowing that maybe this is about stepping forward into your up-leveled chapter of you. What's the next phase for you? As we navigate these, and that's what my passion is with these sessions, is to help you really get in touch with your own inner compass. We all have one. However, we're not really educated or conditioned, or sometimes not even supported with the just find my rhythm, find the best way forward, and navigate and make the choices that align with your soul's calling, with your deepest meaning, and following that which makes your heart sing. That's the idea of these conversations and these inspirations that I'm sharing with you. So if anything that I say to you on any of these sessions discombobulates you, or it brings up questions, or you need a wee bit more guidance or support, put it in the comments below or message me directly. Because like I say, my mission here is to help you really get in touch with your inner wisdom, with your inner navigational tool or vibe, if that makes sense. So with this energy for the moon, there's a very strong catalyst to let go. Letting go that which no longer serves the auspicious version of you, the person that you are becoming. We are all evolving and shifting and growing and expanding and picking things up with that Aries energy, picking things up and igniting something. And sometimes they serve and sometimes they don't. Also, with this emotional component from the sun being in the sign of Cancer, that's about really allowing yourself to check in. Are you doing things the same way you have because this is how I've done them? Are you holding on to things because you are not quite sure, what happens if I let go of this? What happens if I let go of this connection, or this relationship, or this project, or these ideas? What happens if I let go? And so that can actually sometimes keep us stuck in holding on to something, because we have a wee bit of a sense of trepidation or wondering, and we say, well, I can't, because I don't know, or I can't see ahead, then I'm just going to keep status quo. But maybe it's time to let go. So, and trust your own divine guidance. That's such an important part. So now that I've kind of set the stage for all that, I've been shuffling my letting go guidance system cards, because that's where we start. So like I said, this letting go idea is strongly favored for this week, this last quarter phase of the moon. And so the idea of letting go is kind of like letting go as we head into the next phase that we'll be getting affected by, is the new moon. And so that's the time for real surrender and planting seeds of what is it you want to nurture and become and blossom more of. So, taking a nice deep breath, let's see what card comes up. Oh, this is a good one. So it's caring what others think. So, I just said that about sometimes we hold on to things because, oh my gosh, what would somebody say if they saw me standing up doing this or not doing this, or saying, yeah, I followed this path for a certain amount of time and now it doesn't resonate. What would others think? Maybe it's time to just, if that is something that comes up for you, because sometimes we can judge ourselves based upon what we think other people think, right? Follow that. It's what we think other people think. And maybe that's just making up a whole bunch of BS. So maybe it's time to just put that down and come into, what do I think? What do I feel? What is my inner compass directing me towards or away from, or a bit of both? So really feeling into that. So that's a powerful one. Like I said, if you need some more guidance or clarity on that, just let me know. But take another nice deep breath. Now we're going to pull a tarot card. See what tarot card or tarot insight wants to come through with this kind. Oh, this is a good one too. Well, they're always good cards. You know that, right? But look at this. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So I love that. If you think about that, if we let go of the propensity to criticize ourselves or judge ourselves based upon what we think other people think, and we really get in touch with that Aries energy as well as the Cancer energy, right? So that's the doing things because they light you up, and actually really allowing the tension that can sometimes create for us, right? It can actually create a little bit of impatience. Aries can sometimes be a wee bit of impatient energy because it's like, come on, let's go. We've got this direction figured out, let's go. But Cancer is saying, oh, but just let's feel. Does this light me up? Do I get a sense of yes at my heart space? And of course, this is never about inviting you into a space of criticizing yourself or beating yourself up. But remember, and this is what the Ten of Pentacles is all about, is saying there's a treasure chest here. Maybe the treasure chest is you really, really listening to your heart's guidance and trusting that which you're looking for is looking for you. So if you're looking for a specific outcome or a specific result, or you're aiming for a certain intentions, they're all in existence. So it's about really celebrating and having gratitude for what you have right in front of you. I've said that before, is when we have gratitude, that's that what you appreciate appreciates. And maybe even if you look at what you have and and your inner critic or your narrator internally says, oh, but it should be more. Maybe you think that other people think you should have more or be more or have bigger, better results. No. When we really go, yes, but look at what it is, then it expands. It becomes more and more. So remember that. What you appreciate appreciates. It keeps expanding. And sometimes, I saw a quote just recently, maybe that was today, that gratitude turns what we have into enough. And so rather than get caught up in the always doing and doing and doing, which we can kind of get into, that remember to just be and trust that yes, you are in the right place at the right time. You've got the right things, the support, the relationships, the guidance. It's all serving you. It's all for you. Trust that makes sense too. So while I was telling you or talking to you about these ideas, I was shuffling the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Oh, this is awesome. Watch this one. This is I think it's funny how the cards kind of just have a giggle at sometimes what I say, and then they confirm it. So the first one is feel, don't think. And I love the fact that that's a lie in there, because we've got Leo energy coming up. But feel, don't think. And so that's that Cancer energy. The sun, Cancer, the sun is in Cancer. Um, but it's about really allowing you to trust your emotional taps and nudges and wisdom, and then maybe fire the critical thinking that says, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda, or somebody says or thinks, or those types of things. It's about really just allowing the flow and really allowing you to look at what is and have an attitude of gratitude of what is and say, yes, more of this, please. Look at this one. This is a beautiful one. I don't think this one's ever come up for us in these sessions, but it's to stop pushing and striving. Stop pushing and striving. Remember, I just said a moment ago that that which you're looking for is looking for you. But if we keep pushing and pushing and striving and saying, I have to do this, I have to do more, I have to get these tasks done or get these projects moving, or pushing and pushing and pushing, maybe if we just let go, maybe we just surrender, we realize it's right here. So feel into that and find your best rhythm. We all have a best rhythm, and that's the other part about this. The inner compass idea that I talk about is that, what's your rhythm? We are all wired differently. Some of us are wired to plant seeds and to really contemplate and visualize and trust the action steps. Whereas others are wired that they do need to keep doing and hustling and pushing. But every one of us has a creative cycle. What's yours? And are you tapping into it? And are you actually allowing, and this card has come up multiple times when we do these sessions, is the magic of nothingness. When we really surrender to that masculine and feminine, that being and doing, and really get into that rhythm, we can actually allow ourselves to feel into the magic, feel into, you don't have to know everything, but when you trust the magic of all that is being created, all that you're experiencing, all that you're putting into motion simply by having an idea. Once you have an idea, that actually starts to sparkle into the creative flow, if that makes sense. Like I said, if I've brought up anything that you need a wee bit more support or guidance, just let me know. But I'm just about ready to wrap this up and send you off into this glorious week ahead. This last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Aries and the sun in Cancer. Beautiful inspiration to really look at, who are you becoming and what do you need to let go of in order to really step more confidently forward into the mastery of that. So now, just taking a nice deep breath, I'm going to finish this off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. Well, this is a good one too. It's very appropriate. Is I am intuitive. You are intuitive. We are all intuitive. We all have our own unique ways of discerning and getting in touch with. So it's important to really land into that. But let me read this out to you. I easily access my inner wisdom and regularly check in with my inner guidance for all decisions and choices. Beautifully aligned with the energies that we're sitting in. I wish you a superb week ahead, and I'll be back again with you next week. Much love to you, and thanks for watching.